Hello there, welcome to reading music lesson 1. An introduction to this is reading music is the really hard part for a pianist or in the piano, and this consumes a lot of time. And in this, when we are learning now the piano, we are going to look at two things that are going to be mostly highlighted, or which we are going to focus more and more on the piano. And these things are a pitch and the rhythm. So pitch tells us which note to play. Pitch tells us which note to play, while rhythm tells us when to play them. Rhythm tells us when to play them. Pitch for a pianist is easy to learn, since it takes a short time to learn it and even understand it better. And now rhythm, because this is where we have the scriptings, where we have these notes, these all things about the piano which we need to digest, so that by the end of the day we can be able to scrabble a note or a script and read it. And this is where now we have it takes a lot of time, this rhythm, to get into you. It takes a lot of time. Even people take a lot of time studying it. Like me, myself, it took me 5 good years to understand well about the rhythm and apply it all, and even how to interpret the notes in a script. It took me good 5 years. Not that in the first year I didn't know how to do it, but in the first year I also knew how to do it. And even in the second year I also knew how to do it, and in the third year. But the 5th year is when I was 100% sure of what I'm doing on the script. So without much dwelling on this, we are going to begin with the treble clef. Treble clef, there is a size used to be there for the treble clef. I hope I drew it somewhere here. Allow me to show you the picture of it, or I can even draw it again. So the treble clef, treble clef. Thank you. I hope we can see this sign. This is the treble clef sign, which really is the right hand. It is normally used in the right hand. It's normally played on the right hand. This is the treble clef. Kindly check on it again. Thank you. And I would wish we look at this treble clef. Treble clef, when we get to the script, we have 5 lines. We have 5 lines on the staff. So there's the first line, the second line, the third line, the fourth line, and the 5th line. And the first line begins with the key E, while the second line is G, while the third line is B, and while the fourth line is D, and the 5th line being F. So there is a line and there is a space in between a line, and in between one line and the other there is a note. In treble clef we have E being on the line, while F being the space between the line E and G, while A being the space note that is in between G and B, and C being the space note that is between line B and line D, while E being the notes, the space note that is in between line D and line F. Thank you. To master this, so that we may not we may not be too much, we may not find it too much hard to understand this. There's a short form that we used to learn so that you can master these notes in the staff. You can use this short form, that is every good boy deserves food. That is for every. E means the key E, while good, G represent the key G, while boy, B represents key B, while deserves, D represent the key D, while F represent the key F. Thank you. It's good you note this. Every good boy deserves food. While on the spaces, in between the spaces, the keys there, they form face. It's good you note this. 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 In the line we have every good boy deserves food, while on the spaces we have the face, that is the key F, the key A, the key C, and the key E. Thank you. So the other thing that I wanted us to understand here on the treble clef is basically on the line beyond the E, and you can bear me witness. On the staff, if you go through the script, there are lines that are beyond the 5 lines that I have named here. You can either find them on the beyond E or on the top of F. So on the beyond E, we have the middle C. Thank you. And on the top F, there is something that I'm going to introduce to you, and you should take it very seriously. We call it Ranger lines. Ranger lines. It's good you know that word. Ranger lines. So these lines are used to measure beyond the top F, the key of F, that is found on the top line, of the note of the script, that is on the treble clef. That line, this line, the 5th line from down here, the 5th line, that is F. So this line that is used to establish the notes that are beyond this top F is called the Ranger line. Ranger line. And also it is used to also measure the notes that are beyond key E, that is E. So the notes that may come beyond this, they are all measured using the Ranger lines. I'm going to teach you how we are going to do this, but before we do that, it's good we understand the deeper meaning of the Ranger lines. And they are short lines used in musical notation. They are short lines used in musical notation to write notes which would otherwise be too high or too low to put on any of the 5 lines on the staffs. So there are those notations that are used to write notes which would otherwise be too high, because if you are careful enough, you can bear with me. There are songs that no matter it be, in here, this is where we have the middle C. And that is where we have the E being, the middle C being plotted. So we have E, this is E, this is where the script begins. So this is E, so we have, after E, we have the key, let me go with you, part in part. So we have key E, we have key F, key G, and keys A, and key B, and key C, and key D, and key E, and again F. So in here, this is where the script is used to be mostly located. Thank you. Kindly consider this. This is on the treble clef in here. But you may find some notes are even higher. And you find even some songs, they go even, they are the farthest. So that is the notes that are plotted using the edge lines, Ranger lines. It's good you note the word Ranger lines. Thank you. So let's know something here, how you can be in a position to plot these lines. So using this middle C, this note here on the script that is just drawn. This is the treble clef. The treble clef. Let me just draw the sign so fast. So this is the treble clef. So we have the middle C here. So in here, this is where we can measure. We measure the bottom E and the notes that are on this further or on the top F, the notes are beyond this, the notes that are beyond here. So we use this Ranger lines. It's good you know that. So after saying this, it's good we know that middle C is the one that is used to plot the Ranger lines. It's good you know that. So without the middle C, or without you spotting the middle C, or where you can plot this middle C, you can have a hard time to plot or to understand where these lines of the basically the treble clef, these lines that are beyond the named keys, that is E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then the top of F's, you may have that hand time to plot it. You may have hand time for it. So it's good you understand where to plot this C, this middle C, where you can be in a position to identify it and clearly be in a position to draw these Ranger lines. So let's come to bass clef. Bass clef, basically, bass clef, they have we have this sign. It's good I show you this on the bass clef. Bass clef, bass clef. We have this sign here. Thank you. This sign here. There's a sign here. I hope you can see with me. There's a sign here. There's a sign. This represents the bass clef. The bass clef. This is the bass clef. Thank you. Having you seen in a script, we have the treble clef and the bass clef. That is on the script of a piano. So on the bass clef, we have the following notes. We have the following notes. We have the following notes. We have B, D, F, A. G, they begin from G. They begin from G. G. They begin from G. And then they go B. And we go to D. And we go to F. And we have A. Thank you. So, in here, we have a shortcut for us to remember these keys on the bass clef. Thank you. On the bass clef, we have good boys deserves fine apples. But if you use too much these boys, it might confuse us with the first treble clef, which was, if you can remember, it was every good boy deserves food. So let's use grizzly bears don't fear anything. For us to note that in the grizzly we have G, that is key G, and bears we have key B, and don't we have D, the key D, and fear we have F, key F, and anything we have key A. Thank you. It's good you know that on the bass clef, the arrangement might surprise you. So we have G, B, and all these along the lines. G, B, D, F, A. Thank you. So I hope me having plotted on the lines, you can be in a position to spot the space notes. Thank you. That is the assignment of the day. It's good you be in a position to plot the space notes that are in between the line G and B, and the line between B and D, and the line between D and F, and the line between F and A. Thank you. Kindly do this assignment. Finally, let me come to this point where I want to conclude my lesson today with in the middle C. So we find that the ragged lines above the bass clef, top line is the middle C. Again, we come here to the middle C. It's good you be careful here. As you know, this is the middle C of the piano. So what do we mean? So our piano is beginning from G, going all the way up to A. So we have G, and then we have B, and we have D. My D is quiet. And then we have F, and then we have A, and then we come to middle C. This is the middle C. And the middle C, if you are careful on the script, that is on the staff, that is, these lines are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as the same as we are the same lines of the treble clef. These lines, middle C is plotted on the top of key A. On the top of key A. Be careful here. This means there's a space between key A and key C. And this is a space note that is in between them. It's good you know that. There's a space note between them. Thank you. So finally, as I conclude my lesson today, is when you join this two, that is the treble clef and the G clef, we find that the middle C can be clearly be spotted out. Thank you. And here, remember this middle C's, they help you to plot the Ranger lines. Ranger lines. Don't forget that word, Ranger lines. So this middle C must be visible enough and they must be clear enough for you. If you may encounter those notes that are above here or beyond here, and those notes that may be above here or beyond here. Thank you. For today's lessons, I would wish to conclude with that and say that today being lesson number 1 of the script reading is a wonderful experience, and I hope we cooperate up to the end of the class. So I urge you to cooperate. For comments, you share these videos, and also you make comments so that we can learn together. For questions, I will put my WhatsApp number where you can reach me so that we can discuss more about this script. I know this has been so hard to most of us, especially when I've been in a position to read the script, but thank God I'm here. I will help you, my brother and my sister, to march through and to walk through on this journey, and you'll, by the end of the day, know how to read the script. Thank you. Let's meet on the next lesson where we will discuss sharps, flats, and the naturals. That will be lesson 2, and I will post this tomorrow. Thank you. Have a great time.